Okay, this is my take on this racism thing, and I'll be the first to admit that I might be wrong in my interpretations because I don't know the amazing atheist, have never talked to him, so I may be wrong. But let's take his restaurant example. I think that what the amazing atheist was saying was that in 2008, if a person were to open a restaurant that banned black people, that restaurant would quickly go out of business. That any decent human being in 2008 would not go to that restaurant, not because of a law, but just because they're decent human beings, and that business would quickly fall and crumble. Now, perhaps that's a bit naive. It might be a lot naive, but I don't think it's racist. It's probably giving the human race a whole lot more credit than it should have, which is a sad statement. But on the flip side, where you're coming from in Medham, the idea of laws delegating human behavior kind of reminds me of the late 80s and that whole political correctness thing that was going on. If I remember correctly, and I might be wrong here, but if I remember, that political correctness stifled a whole lot of free speech and free expression. You couldn't say anything without somebody jumping in your face about that's not politically correct. Had nothing to do with human decency. It was just not politically correct. So that idea scares me too. And I'll give you an example. I was an assistant manager at a pizza parlor. I had an employee who was on the outside very polite, did his job, did what I asked him to do, we got along. However, at a Christmas party that year, he got drunk, pulled a gun on me, and said, "I don't like taking orders from a faggot." Now, thankfully, his girlfriend was there and calmed him down and got the gun away from him. But I would have much rather him have been calling me faggot and queer so that I would have known that danger was there, rather than have him be politically correct and polite until he got drunk and I had a gun in my face. So the extremes work both ways. Maybe the amazing atheist is giving too much credit to humanity. I happen to agree there. I don't think people are as innately decent as maybe he believes. But on the other hand, too much government-imposed decency just drives the prejudices underground until they blow up in your face unexpectedly. But that's just my opinion.